It's Lucas.
And I'm Chase.
Welcome to the Scrubs.
What was this, episode 2?
Episode 2. I think last time we saw us, we were talking about our potential Week 12 matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Or Week 11 matchups.
Week 11.
Week 11 matchups.
And how did that go for you?
It did not go so well. I lost at the hands of Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that, Sunday night game.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, he scored a couple touchdowns, which he hadn't really been doing, so I went outside.
Yeah,
How about you?
I got the dub, fortunately, and I moved to 6-5.
Right.
And I think really it was on the back of Stephon Diggs, Deontay Johnson,
He had a big game.
and Michael Thomas. Thank God Michael Thomas is back, bro. So I think, I don't know, overall I had a good week. It was a tough matchup at first. He started to really get close. I was in the lead by like 30 at one point, and then
right, because Waller.
Yes,
bro.
bro.
Had a good game. He had
Waller,
and
Josh
he was
Jacobs
stacking.
had a great game, and
Speaking
then
of.
that just really closened the game for me.
Yeah, you had a good. That's good. You won though, because now Sean dropped to 6-5. I'm 6-5.
Everybody's like 6-5.
Nick is 5-6, and he plays Sean this week. So if he wins, then they'll both be 6-6. Nick had a long way back. Truly, he did come up, and Sean is, I bet he's not feeling too good about having the possibility of 6-6, because neither am I.
No.
I was flying high a couple weeks ago. And
Right. You made a couple of changes, and just like that, your team can be
but see, the
playoff bound team, and then you can just suddenly, make the wrong move.
I made the big trade, and I haven't trusted Aaron Jones. That lost me the game this week, frankly.
That's true.
He would have got enough points over Miles Sanders to win me the game. So Miles Sanders is out of my circle of trust for now.
So how do you feel about Aaron Jones
Going forward against the
forward,
Bears?
this week? Because the Bears also are a tough matchup.
They're a great defense. One of the best defenses in the league against the run. Wide receivers get shut down too. But Akeem Hicks, defensive tackle, might not play. But, I'm confident. Aaron Jones went up against the Colts last week, and he got 17 points, I believe.
That's true.
Colts defense is as good as any. So, I'm hopeful that he'll do well. Dalvin Cook, though, has the Panthers. So if Aaron Jones slacks a little, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, he's definitely going to make up for it. Dalvin Cook is definitely good for a good 20 points on a light day.
Yeah, against a good run defense.
Right.
He's going up against one of
So
the
you have
worst.
nothing really to worry about there.
Lamar has COVID now. So I have to, panic mode. I went from Mahomes to just relying on Lamar, and then
now you got to rely on
Cam. Or I'm going to stream Derek Carr. I have him in DraftKings along with Waller and Jacobs. I'm trying to.
Do you feel like that's a good
stack? He's playing Atlanta. He looked really good against the Chiefs, so a good defense this past week.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm going to go with Cam, though, just because I'm a Patriots fan, and also he can rush for touchdowns.
I was about to say, you have more rushing equity with Cam than you do with Derek Carr.
Wow. And Arizona's defense is not great against quarterbacks. 25th, I believe.
And they just don't have as many weapons. Okay, not Pittsburgh. The Patriots don't have many weapons either, but you still have Jacoby Myers
and they just traded for Isaiah Ford, but
right.
Yeah, I'm feeling. I'm gonna rock with Cam, see how it goes. And how about yourself this week? How are you looking? How are you feeling about your matchup?
No, I don't really want to talk about it.
I already forgot what happened. But Will Fuller.
I didn't have any players playing on Thursday because DeAndre Swift was out and Kenny Galladay was out. But my opponent had Will Fuller and Antonio Gibson, and they just went off for a good solid 71 points.
35 and 36.
36, bro.
You can't have a worse Thanksgiving than that.
No.
I hope you had some good food.
But how can you really? He made a perfect lineup doing that, bro. Because now he's up 70 points to my 0, and he almost secured his win. But I'm gonna say this.
Your confidence, though?
I have confidence. I think this week, I don't know why, I think Stephon Diggs is good for a 30 piece.
Who they got?
They play the Chargers.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a shootout.
If John Brown is out,
it's gonna be a
he's
shootout.
in there.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, then Stephon Diggs. 30 points
saying.
is not out of the realm of possibility.
And I have Herbert as my quarterback. Eckler is coming back. I still have J-Rob as my running back. Michael Thomas.
And the two top wide receivers are out for Jacksonville. So J-Rob might catch a few more passes from Mike Glennon.
Yeah, but you know what?
I heard Mike Clay said
second string quarterback. Well, he's a third, but
I heard
okay.
Mike Clay say that Mike Glenn has never got more than 20 fantasy points his entire career, man.
Really?
In a single game. That is brutal to hear. But that's good for J-Rob, though, I think, honestly.
Well,
they're going to
let's
have
hope.
to run the ball.
Let's hope. I mean, he could really just be a lost cause every freaking night.
So, I mean, I just remembered that the Broncos don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they
And
don't.
my opponent has the New Orleans Saints defense. You know, Vigers, who's in last in our league, you know, he is the only person without 5 wins, unfortunately. But you look at his team on paper, he's liable to beat any single one of us in a matchup.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, Pat Mahomes. Who else does he have? Who's the other receiver? Julio. I mean,
Julio,
except James
hurt.
Conner's out this week. He picked up Chase Edmonds, so, you know.
Everybody pray for James Conner, you know, because he had just beaten cancer. So he's very susceptible to COVID-19, so let's say a prayer for him.
That's true.
Hope he gets well soon, bro, because that's pretty
scary.
crazy.
Hey, man, if Calais Campbell, 6'8", 300-something pound man, tweets out, COVID is nothing to mess with, I guarantee you it's nothing to mess with, so let's pray for James Conner.
No. I mean, really, that game is all over the place, too. Like, what do you think how that game is going to go? It's on Tuesday. It's getting postponed just more and more, and there's more
I'll
cases.
smash the
popping up
Steelers
day
in
by
that
day.
one. I don't trust Robert Griffin, but I would love to see Robert Griffin. Like, I loved him in college. I would love to see him come out and end the Steelers' undefeated season. Sorry to any Steelers fans out there, but it's always good to see an undefeated dog go down, and that's coming from a Patriots fan. So,
Well, I'll say that.
I feel like I can say it.
But I think the Steelers still have a chance to continue their undefeated streak.
Oh, I think
here.
they will. I think they will. I just am hopeful RG3 will channel a Baylor game and do them in.
Yeah, I mean, I think for this one, like I said, Tuesday is a really weird day because the weather for Sunday's matchup was supposed to be nice and sunny, and now the weather for this matchup on Tuesday is cold, rainy, and like I said, with James Conner out, how do you think that's really going to go?
I mean, the wide receivers just Benny Hill, I think his name is. Their backup running back. Benny Snell.
Benny Snell, yeah.
I'm sorry, Brian Hill is Todd Gurley's backup. Benny Snell, you know, he's gonna have some more carries. He's looked good as a replacement, but also not even as a replacement, just a second guy.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, you said it's rainy. Maybe they won't be throwing as much. They'll be in command of the lead. Most people would think. So you know.
So how do you feel about like point value for Claypool? You got Deontay Johnson, Juju.
I would say, here's what I would say.
I mean, they're all having great weeks.
I would.
Should you still
It's
start
rainy.
them?
Does that affect? I mean, would I start them? If I had them, I would start. I probably wouldn't start Juju against the Ravens. Deontay, you know, he's looked amazing, but in the rain, I don't know. It depends on what you have wide receiver. But if you're in like an 8-10 team league, I would say. I mean, unless you have a better wide receiver, probably play him. But if we're in a 6-team league like you, there's no way I'm probably playing him.
Well, what would you say of Deontay Johnson or Curtis Samuel? How would you feel about that?
See, Curtis is playing the Vikings, so I'll probably go Curtis with McCaffrey out. You know, he gets some goal line carries. I would go Curtis.
That's the thing. I feel like they should do a running back, wide receiver for him.
He's great.
They did that for Taysom Hill. They can make these keys.
I mean, come on, and he actually plays the position. Like Curtis actually plays running back.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill was not a tight end. They gave him the eligibility. But
That
I
was-
sent you that text today. I sent you the 3 game logs
Yep.
and said A, B, or C.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I ever told you who it was.
I recognized who they were.
Instantly or what?
Well, it took me a little bit, but I
Where
was
you
looking
gonna
at the
go?
points,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, it's going up in rank, and I was like, alright, I
Okay.
already know who C is.
Okay. Oh, who do you think it was?
Well, I knew it was Curtis.
Okay.
C was Curtis.
Okay.
B was what? DJ Moore.
Yep.
Okay.
And Robbie was A.
Okay.
So I thought what was going to give it away is that Robbie only scored his touchdown in the first game, no touchdown since. But, you know, for a while I was holding Robbie in higher regards than DJ or Curtis. But then you look at the game logs and I'm like, well, Curtis looks the best. DJ Moore actually looks pretty strong. Like, I saw that he had busted 2 games and boomed 5 games, and that kind of was like, damn, I think I was holding, like, you know, a couple bad performances like a little too hard against him. But
Well, coming into this season, he was projected to be that team.
and I drafted
Top
him.
receiver.
I drafted him really high, traded him for DK and Dalvin. You know.
And now he's back on your team.
Yeah, I want to bring, you know, all the boys back to town.
Do
Besides
you
Cooper
think
Kupp,
you're
so.
ever gonna play him? Are you ever gonna
They're
play
playing
DJ Moore or Robbie? Since you also picked him up too, let's talk
Off
about
waiver, I did over Terry, DK, or DeAndre.
I mean, come on, that's.
There's a week to do it. In a 16 league, it's about benching the stars when you have to.
But how
That's
would you
really
say-
what's about winning.
But
Against the Rams, I will bench
Okay, true.
DK or DeAndre
That's true.
if DJ has a plus matchup. And next week, he has Minnesota. So if there's a week I'm going to play him,
It's got to be this week.
Wait, it's this week.
That's this.
That's
week
what I
as
meant.
well.
It's this week. He has a bye next week.
I assume like, that team is trying to pop
And then-
off. They're trying to go out with a statement
Well,
because they're trying to make the playoffs right now. So
Right. They need to.
this is
They
their
need to
way
win.
of doing it. And how do you feel about no Christian McCaffrey almost going into the playoffs as well?
I think that if he comes back, Jake's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Curtis's value goes up the most
Yeah.
without McCaffrey. Because I think they're still going to have to take shots and stuff.
Mhm.
Obviously everyone's value will go down a little bit if McCaffrey plays, but I think Curtis has the most to benefit.
Well,
But-
I think that's
mean-
really tough because Curtis's value has been up these last like 4 or 5 weeks.
I picked him
and
up in
McCaffrey
round
was
two.
in some of those games.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. He was good, but he still has the most to gain out of it, I think. I honestly
Okay.
believe. Who else? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, let's say he had his best game as a pro, or not fantasy-wise, but I think he looked the best he ever had as a pro last week. I really like him going forward, but let's get into some. Who do you think is going to be a smash play this week? That maybe don't say Dalvin Cook against the Panthers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like some, maybe a smash play. I know who mine is. I'll just come out. I'll start us off. I think Wayne Gallman, the Gallman, against the Bengals. I mean, you look at his last 4 weeks, you wouldn't have guessed Wayne Gallman. You wouldn't have guessed that's who it was.
Yeah, I actually like Wayne Gallman
And
a lot.
especially with Cincinnati's backup without Joe Burrow, I think the Giants are going to win. I have a little faith the Giants are going to be ahead in that game. So they have a pretty good defense. So I think they're going to be running a lot. Wayne Gallman, I would smash play that if you are in need of running back spot.
Well, yeah, the Bengals
I'm kinda
defense
happy.
is also like going through it right now.
No Geno Atkins.
Mm-hmm. They're a very depleted defense.
I
Poorly
Geno
defeated
Atkins.
offense.
I meant Carlos Dunlap.
Oh my goodness.
But
And here I am agreeing to it.
But,
That's why they call us the scrubs.
Right, exactly. Because mistakes are going to be made here. We're not experts, but I think we have a good grasp of what we're talking about to some degree.
Exactly.
But we'll always slip up. That's why we're the scrubs.
But
Wow. So
Wayne Gallman, I think he has definitely a good chance to boom this week. They've been saying that he's getting a lot of goal line touches. He's got 5 touchdowns in the past 4 weeks.
he looks better than Freeman,
Some
honestly, and he's one of the only running backs to have a good game against Tampa Bay's running defense. So that's how I know he's like a player. Because if every other running back going up against Tampa Bay hasn't done anything, and he did, that means at least a little something. So.
But yeah, and I would definitely say if you were to have a goal line running back in a situation for week 12, I think I would take Wayne Gallman.
Yeah, I mean, a touchdown. I think he'll probably score. But who do you think? Do you think you have a smash start this week?
Smash start. I honestly might say Naheem Hines. That's gonna be a really
All right. Is it because he's on your team?
Well, it's not biased because he's on my team, but it's also just because Naheem Hines is sort of a sleeper in a lot of leagues right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. But with Jonathan Taylor out,
Jonathan Taylor has COVID now. Naheem Hines is gonna get a lot more touches, and when he does get a lot more touches, he's usually a very lethal player. He has a lot of pass catch value. Phillip Rivers loves to dump it off to his running back, so I think especially
they got Tennessee this week.
Yeah, and I mean Titans have a very soft pass rush defense going on, so I think it's a good matchup for Naheem Hines.
What about wide receiver? Mine, I'm gonna say DJ Moore, but he's probably picked up in a lot of leagues, but I think he's a smash play if you have him.
Okay.
I would rely on him in the flex, as a high upside guy. I can't guarantee anything obviously, and then my low key one is probably Henry Ruggs against the Falcons. When in doubt, go with the wide receiver who's fast against the Falcons defense.
I was just gonna say Aguilar because
It's a toss up. I just like Ruggs, to be honest.
Because last week it seemed like Derek Carr had sort of formed this relationship with Aguilar. He found him a lot.
And he's been going to him really he's catching touchdowns. That's not a bad play too. But honestly, I just think that Falcons might key in on him a little too much because they're a bad secondary, and Ruggs might have the speed to take advantage of that. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to our week this week. I really need to beat Vigers. Like I said, he can beat anyone. I'm trying to get it so I'm like a playoff lock. A win this week, I think, would lock me in the playoffs.
Are you in a point deficit currently?
No, I had Scary Terry McLaurin play on Thanksgiving, 16.2.
Can't be mad at that.
He's probably my favorite player in the NFL, honestly. So consistent. You know, I picked him.
Terry?
Yeah, he's probably my favorite. He's great. I wish he was on. I didn't have Alex Smith, But I'm into Terry in the long run. You know, I'm gonna pick him next year.
Yeah.
But for sure. But and then I also had T.J. Hawkinson play with 13.8, and how tight ends have been playing. I can't be mad at that. So I'm up 33.
He had 13.8. I
yeah.
thought it was like 10 something. 10?
No, 13.8.
Oh, wow.
He had
Okay.
10.8 at halftime, actually.
Then actually, yeah, you can't be mad at that.
So, glad about that, but, Viger's still going to lead the matchup. He's got Mahomes and Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
That can account for 65-70 right there.
Yeah. That
So, and guess who gave him Mahomes? Yeah, I did. All right? So, Aaron Jones better have a good game this week, or that trade may have lost me a spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, you could be due for a good game. And see, same with me. Like,
I'll be salty. I'll be salty if I lose because of Mahomes, man. You'll see me next week, butthurt on the podcast.
The same with me right now. I'm already butthurt because Antonio Gibson, which is a player I traded to Jake, dropped a 30 piece on me. So now I need to have Austin Eckler come back with a vengeance.
We haven't even talked about him. It's big. They need him. Wow. The Chargers are going to be a really good team with Austin Eckler on the field.
Well, they're already good, and
yeah,
their
but they
record
lose close
is,
games. It's like Eckler's a guy who I think is really can get the job done when they need it. Like Justin Jackson wasn't doing it. Balazs not doing that, even though he's putting up alright numbers in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Eckler, I think will take him to another football level, and I think he'll do well in fantasy as well.
Yeah,
of course.
He's definitely a special player. Especially coming off that hamstring injury, already squatting 400 plus.
Crazy that video I saw it. I know people say it's not football, he's just squatting, bruh.
I mean,
if that man can squat 400 pounds, I feel like he'll be fine.
He's different.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, I mean, he should be okay if you're already. I keep wanting to say benching it, but you're squatting it. If you're already squatting that, then you should be okay to make a couple quick zoom zags.
They might ease him in too.
Yeah.
They might ease him
You think
in.
they're gonna play Balazs more than Eckler, or would you say Eckler's gonna
If Eckler's a go, dude, they are gonna be no. I mean, they might even have a plan going in to have a workload, but when they see how much better he looks than Balazs, if he does, there's no way they're gonna be even snaps. I don't think.
Well, especially against Buffalo's defense, who's been pretty courteous against the run. They're not that
I need
bad against the run.
Trey White. I need him to shadow Keenan Allen. I'll be watching that game for sure because Keenan Allen's on Viger's team. I need the Bills defense to.
Well, lately it seems like nobody can guard Keenan Allen at all with with Justin Herbert.
I mean, Herbert's lining it up, but go to Guyton, go to Hunter Henry. Because, dude, I want Nick to beat Sean so bad because literally, if I lose, then we'll all be 6-6 in our division. Just proving how spread out the talent has to be in a 16 league. I'm looking forward to getting to an 18-team league next year, though. Because it's kind of annoying. I just want to be able to play my good guys and not think twice. But in the same vein, I love the little coaching aspect. Like, DeAndre, I love you, hop. Mm-hmm. But I got to bench you. And guess what? When I benched him, he had 25 and the game-winning touchdown. So
and that's exactly
he's
why
never
I
getting
can bite you in the ass, bro. That's why it's tough to sit your starters because they could definitely just have one bad week.
And DK had 6 points that week, so it's like I made the wrong call. Anyone you don't want to play this week? Who are you staying away from?
I am staying away from Antonio Brown. I'm staying away from Kenyon Drake, even though he has a pretty good matchup.
Ooh,
I'm not interested in anything he's producing right now. It's solid numbers. He's getting a lot of touches, but bro, that is a pass-first offense, and we all know it, bro.
And Kyler Murray can run his boots off.
And he's going to take the goal line touches. He's always going to run it.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 it is.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe not 9 times out of 10, but a lot. I know what you're saying, But Kenny Drake does get touches down there, but he gets stuffed, and Kyler Murray rarely does. So.
Well, tell me how many rushing touchdowns you know from Kenyon Drake this year.
I would probably estimate he had 4.
I don't even think it's that many.
Okay, you pull it up, and then pull it up, and then I'm gonna eat my words because Kyler Murray probably has 8 or 9, and Kenny Drake probably has 4. Well, but Kenny Drake, I differ from you honestly. I would say he's a plus play against Patriots run defense. They've been getting torn up by some running backs. Belichick can always adjust, but I'll play Kenny Drake. Oh, you get the.
Is that coming up today?
A week later.
Right. What is that?
I don't know. He's just a turnaround. Well, they gave him a little confetti sprinkling down from last week.
Right, it was congratulating me as if we were.
You're gonna have to hold on to that after this week.
Let's see. Kenyon Drake. He has.
I bet it's not.
Oh no, you were actually right. He has 1, 2, 5.
He has 5. Okay, so that's not bad. But Kyler, I just know what you're saying now with the.
Yeah. I mean, he gets vultured a lot at the goal line. I mean, you also got Chase Edmonds in there too.
Vigers, my opponent picked up Chase Edmonds. How do you think he's gonna do?
He
Your
did?
former player, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He had to pick up someone for James Conner.
Well, I don't know. I think Chase Edmonds is also gonna get the same value
Wow,
as Drake. I mean, they're both just okay.
He has to get
RB2.
Receiving. Well, I would say Edmonds even was more to me an RB3 at this point. If he doesn't catch a receiving touchdown, what's he really bringing with Drake getting touches? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he might get his floor. I shouldn't disrespect him too much. His floor in a deeper league, 10, 11 points.
Yeah, I mean,
8 to
definitely
11
value.
points. That's not bad. There's
Yeah.
value in that, of course, like you're about to say. But
Mm.
his ceiling though in a 6-team league, I just don't think he's giving you enough.
No.
Because I got that firepower. I got Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones.
Exactly, and you can't
Hey,
you
he
can't
has
put that
Kamara
up
though.
against him.
He has Kamara. So Kamara might drag them to a close,
Well,
score.
I don't know. I think it's a different play style with Taysom Hill under center
It's true.
because he's not looking to dump it off to Kamara nowhere near as much as he's looking to throw it to guess who? Michael Thomas.
They had a connection.
They
So
definitely did.
let me say, we can maybe end on this. I don't know where we're at, but I say, who would you start of the quarterbacks? How much time we got? Oh, my adrenaline clock was up. But I'll just raise the question then. Who would you rather start at quarterback? Because I'm in a tough spot. I really wasn't planning on having to steer or stream away from Lamar. I picked up Cam in case something happened. Lamar got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm debating between Cam. I had Taysom Hill who I dropped last week, but I can pick him back up. Or Derek Carr, who was against Atlanta this week. So who would you play of those three? Because I'm really struggling, and like I said, I think I'm going to go with Cam because of the rushing floor, and I'm a Pats fan, so might as well. But is Derek Carr really going to be that much better? Like, maybe.
I was gonna say go with Cam as well because you're gonna play against. They play against Arizona, and it's gonna be a shootout. I think it's also gonna be a rushing touchdown type of game in terms of quarterbacks doing that.
True.
So I think go with Cam this week because he just has a lot of upside, way more than I think Derek Carr has. I mean, I say Derek Carr, but Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr looks good, but I agree the upside is most certainly there with Cam over Derek. But
The thing is, Cam's just not looking that great.
well,
He's not looking
you
like
must have not
old
watched
Cam.
him last week.
No, I did not watch the game last
That
week.
was the best he looked all year since at least the Seahawks game. He was chucking the rock all over the place. Had an amazing game, really throwing. He only ran 2 or 3 times though.
Well, I seen he had a rushing touchdown. That wasn't this week.
No.
That was last week.
Last week, Cam, I think, had 3 carries for 6 yards.
Mm.
But he was throwing it all over the place. But I think they're going to get back to that run game, though. But also with him throwing. So, it's like a 1-2 punch with Cam. I really think that, looking at his game logs, he's been way better than people are giving him credit for, at least fantasy-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can go wrong with Cam Newton's start. He had a .98 point game. No, that's not. That's not like a fuck up. He had .98 points in a single game, and I don't think that'll happen again. It was just a horrible game all around.
So if it does happen, you're gonna take another L probably. How would you feel about
If
another
Cam's got
single-digit
.98 points,
Well, another single-digit game from Cam in general. Like he comes out with.
I think
5.
I can still win with Cam on 9 points.
That's a very confident statement.
It is,
But hey.
but I just think Dalvin has a smash matchup this week.
That's true.
Aaron Jones, I'm putting. Well, I shouldn't say that. But if Cam has a horrible week, I have DeAndre Hopkins going up against him. So how does that factor in? I do want Cam to do well because I want it to be a shootout. But I trust DeAndre Hopkins. I trust DK.
Well, Stephon Gilmore is back then. Hopkins is definitely gonna be shut down. You know how.
I'm a
Belichick
Patriots
does.
fan, man. He's a great coach and a great defender.
He's always trying
But,
to circle it on the best player.
Hop. Yeah, maybe they'll try and take him away, but maybe I could put in
Belichick's definitely.
I know he's a great coach. I watched him, but maybe I'll play DJ Moore instead. He's a smash start, but I benched D Hop and he caught the game winner, man. That hurt me. I don't know. I don't know if I can take. I don't know if I can take him out.
That's a tough call.
I really have to go the rest of my life saying I didn't play him in fantasy that week and I had him on my team. I can't even say he helped me out. Like,
yeah, that was gonna burn.
so
bro.
how am I gonna bench him this week after that?
I don't
D
know.
Hop, I'll never bench you again.
You're gonna really have to go with your gut on that decision because that could make
I'm going
or
with
break
D-Hop.
your game this week.
I'm going with D Hop.
Because already the quarterback situation is kind of iffy.
You're right.
So I'm
But-
already not liking that. So you
Yeah.
have to nail it. On
But
your
you just
wide
said
receiver.
yourself you would play Cam, so I'm not.
No, I'm not saying it's that.
Don't try and swindle me into putting D Hop on the bench.
No.
No,
It has nothing to do with me. I'm not even playing. I'm saying.
I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
But here's what bottom line, before we get into your team, is that
Right.
I think that my reason I've lost multiple games this year is I got too cute with the lineup. Taking out the goodest, the best players.
Bro.
Like I lost against Chase, I took out George Kelly at 40 points.
That was crazy.
You know, I'm just saying. I just think I get too cute sometimes. I'm playing my players. Aaron Jones, D Hop, DK,
Yeah.
Terry, Cam.
Do you think it's
they're all
just like you look at the sites that give like advice and like those kind of throw off your judgment? Would you blame that?
Yes, I totally. I mean, I use those in like to gauge what the public thinks, but I definitely do not. I did put too much stock into it at one point.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the Noah Fant over George Kittle. There's no excuse. I cannot blame. I cannot blame fantasy pros who try to start for that.
Oh my goodness, bro.
But you know,
Right.
he was coming off the injury, but still, I think I did. You know, listen to some people too hard, a little bit too much. And you know, I really think the best games I've had, I went with my gut.
That's true.
When I scored 198 points,
Yep.
I went with my gut. Darius Slayton off the waiver in a 16 league, 21 points. You know, I think that's the best. But we talked enough about my team. Let's get into your team. So, big week for the division lead over Foosball is the Devil. He's up 70.
That's true.
Who are you playing? Run through your lineup.
I am playing Justin Herbert. I got James Robinson at running back
Love
1. Austin Eckler, if he plays, at running back 2. If he doesn't, I got Mike Davis.
I love both of them.
Then I have Stephon Diggs,
Love it.
Michael Thomas,
Love it.
Travis Kelce.
Really fucking love it.
Right. And then I changed it to Curtis Samuel at flex, Colts D, and Young Hui Koo at kicker.
See, now that is a lineup to be reckoned with. I know Jake started off well, but a couple of duds from his team,
That's what I'm saying.
you could be in there.
That's what I'm saying.
You could be in there. I will say, Curtis, who you got this week? Like, Curtis, Mike Davis. Who would you rather play? If someone was in your exact spot at the flex,
I would play Curtis.
you play Curtis.
The reason being because Curtis just is all over the place in terms of
Versatile.
rushing. He gets passing, and he's been in the end zone just numerous times
So
in
versatile.
the past 5 weeks. So I can't not play Curtis right now. That's why like it's really tough for me to even decide on him or Deontay Johnson because
So you've been running
I
through
just
the
can't
Panthers. You had Robbie, dropped him. You had Mike Davis, you dropped him.
Dropped
I
him.
picked him up, then you picked him back up.
right.
And now you got Curtis. And honestly,
And you dropped Curtis.
I had Curtis, I dropped him because I got DJ and Robbie now. Honestly, the Robbie move was more hoarding talent. I don't want somebody to play Robbie. Hey, call me dirty.
But do you think you're really gonna get anywhere with that though? With
Yes.
DJ, are you gonna play Robbie over DJ? Or
No.
you're gonna,
No,
you're
no.
You're not gonna.
I honestly
both?
just pulled him because it would kill me to see Robbie in the waivers, and you know him burn me in the playoffs or some shit. Like that's why I got Mostert. I probably would never play him, but you know,
But
call me cheap, but you know I'll do it.
Well, let me say this. I think going back to my team. I
Right,
think,
sorry.
No.
Carried
you're
away.
good. I think I have a chance. Like I said, he has Claypool. He has. I don't even know who his tight end is.
Ebron.
He has Juju. No, he doesn't have Juju. He has Claypool.
Is Juju not playing this week?
He has
No,
Mark
I think Juju
Andrews.
is.
He has Cleveland Browns defense. He has Blankenship.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about the Steelers for a
No,
second.
no.
Okay. All right.
I'm just talking about who Jake
Jake.
has.
Yeah, he's got
And
Claypool.
he has Derrick Henry as RB1 and Kyler Murray as his quarterback. But I believe
So who could flop out of that? Who could flop? Let's go through it.
Blankenship can
Claypool,
flop. Cleveland defense can flop.
big time flop.
Mark
Especially
Andrews can flop.
he's probably gonna flop against the Steelers and with Robert Griffin. So that's 2 flops potentially against your 2 smash plays in Travis and Colts D.
I think Claypool is gonna have a tough time. Like I said, it's gonna be raining. gonna be cold, windy.
So that flex play for you is big then, because you probably need to win defense, kicker. If we're just being real, I mean he's up 70. I mean you're in a hole.
But right now, Young Hueku is the kicker one. Out of in conclusion, yeah, I think I have a chance to come back. There's no way that he's gonna keep this 70-point lead. That's just absolutely not what's going to happen.
Right, because you probably, like you said, you got Young Hueku, who's gonna probably do better than Blankenship, in my opinion. Colts D, Cleveland defense is okay, but boom, I'm going Colts D all day. Travis Kelce over Mark Andrews, that could be a big point differential, and then Curse over Claypool. But who else could you play at flex? Just to toss it out there.
I could play T. Higgins. I could play.
Don't like it.
Exactly. I could play
Without Joe Burrow, I do
Mike
not
Davis at flex. I could play Naheem Hines at flex. But I don't know. None of those really pique my interest like Curtis Samuel does.
Agreed.
And so I'm probably just gonna stick it there. But yeah. So I mean, that's what episode 2.
Episode 2.
And how are you feeling going into next week?
I mean,
Just to sign off really quick.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my buddy Matt Vigers, Mahomes' baby Yoda. He's only 4-7, but I'm just as scared as if I was going to play a 7-4 team right now. Honest to God, his team is loaded with talent. Julio, he doesn't know if he's gonna play. I hope he doesn't. I hope Julio doesn't play, but if he does, he's gonna light it up. So that's episode 2.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to see because this week could just be as messy as last week.
I said we'll see you on Monday last time on Saturday. Here it is Saturday again with the next episode.
So we'll probably just see you on Sunday.
Well, I hope we get an episode out during the middle of the week, but it might be next Saturday.
Right.
But
right now we just gotta balance the schedules and things like that. So
really get into
because folks is in college,
right?
Work, there's a whole bunch going on, so you just gotta bear with us. But yeah.
All right.
You gonna catch us on episode 3
of the Scrubs
next week.
All right. Peace.